Well, the battle for first place in the Summit League went to the Coyotes on Saturday, 65-42. The final over South Dakota State. Head coach Dawn Plitzuweit here to talk about that and what's coming up next for her team. And Dawn, it looked like we might have a shootout on our hands with the way that game started. That first quarter was about as back and forth as it gets.
We actually were in some pretty good positions defensively in stretches, and they made some shots that were contested. We had to give a couple things up so that we didn't put ourselves in really tough spots. I think there was a combination of, even when we did some good things defensively, they got the next part of that play. So Hannah tips the shot, Burkhart gets the rebound. We had to let it go, to not get another quick foul. We contested some shots. They hit some shots. So I think for us defensively, it took some time, but to their credit, I thought they made some shots in that first quarter that weren't necessarily just easy shots. It wasn't like we were giving them to them. They made some tough shots.
The perimeter was a big key to this matchup coming in. Obviously, Jack's top three-point shooting team in the conference. You were the best at defending the three, so something was going to have to give there. You figured. They, of course, started 4 for 4, but those would be the only 4 they would make all day. Finished 4 for 13 on the afternoon. So what was the key to that specific turnaround for you?
Part of it was our awareness had to improve early in the game. Paige Meyer got a really good-looking 3 against us. I thought Maya Sellen's 2 threes that she hit, we did a better job later on contesting those. I'm not saying they were easy shots, but they weren't as tough as we wanted to make those. Thunick hit a kick out 3. So I thought our intensity and awareness our awareness maybe got a little bit better as the game wore on.
Now, it wasn't just the three-point line for you guys, though, defensively. You locked them down pretty much all together after that first quarter. 20 points in that frame, 22 the rest of the day. This is actually the first time in 8 years that the Jacks did not put a player into double figures. And that's just that note alone has to be something you're pretty proud of, I would think, given that team and in this game in particular.
Well, I thought what our players did a really nice job of, Jay, was their recovery. So South Dakota State is a great offensive team. They were scoring 77 points per game in conference action. They were scoring at a 49.8% clip. Like 50% clip is crazy. They were shooting at over 40% clip from the arc. And so they're deadly in so many different ways. They can attack quick in transition. They can attack inside. They can attack inside out. They can penetrate to attack inside. They can penetrate and kick it inside out. And so you've got to be good at defending the first part of their attack, but then you also have to recover to the next part of it as well. And I thought what I think where our young ladies were really good in that game is that they were able, especially in the third quarter, I think that's when we really started to kind of put it all together in the respect that we were starting to take away their initial attack and then get back to the next part of the possession. Now in the fourth quarter, I think there were a couple things that they scored a little bit too easily on, and we've got to go back and adjust those, so I guess we're never fully satisfied with how we did, but overall our intensity and our ability to guard more than one thing was important in that game.
Now, offensively on this day, it's good balance for you. 4 players in double figures, including a career high 14 for Kaya Watson. She's been really, really good. We've talked about her and just how consistent she has gotten as conference play has gotten going. But I want to focus a little bit more on Hannah Sherman, because you made a comment that given the day that she had overall, 14 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, and she only played 21 minutes. You thought maybe this might have been her best game yet. And that's saying something, considering she scored 35 against Wichita State.
Well, I thought Hannah played with great poise and great control. And I think what's really challenging for Hannah is that she draws a lot of attention, and so she's got to be really, really solid. She needs to be able to, I think, put herself in position to not get out of balance, whether that means offensively, defensively, not try to, if she's so good at blocking shots, but don't swat shots, just, stay vertical and make shots, just trust your length and challenge shots, go after loose balls and rebounds, but don't put yourself in a position because of getting another foul. And so Hannah has to play incredibly hard, but incredibly smart on every possession. I thought she was as good defensively in that stretch that she was in the game that she's ever played. I thought she was just really smart, really helped well, got on the perimeter, did some good things. So I thought she played a great basketball game.
5-0 now, full possession of first place in the Summit League with a road trip coming this weekend at Denver and Omaha, starting against the Pioneers on Thursday night. So when you look at these next two opponents, obviously Thursday, Saturday, quick turnaround, you're getting used to that kind of thing. But what do you see here, and what's it going to take to come home 7-0?
We're playing against two teams that play, different styles, but there are some commonalities between them. Really attack the basket aggressively, space it. Denver is known to really shoot it. Megan Boyd is shooting 8-9 arc shots a game. Anna Jackson's shooting 8 arc shots a game. That's an awful lot. Your intensity, your awareness with those two in particular has to be really, really sharp. Santos is shooting close to 6 a game. So you really have to be locked in on understanding how they get those kind of opportunities, limit those. Then with all that being said, we didn't even talk about their leading scorer, Izudu. Izudu is someone who is so dynamic. She's so athletic. She gets the rim. She's so explosive. She's such a great rebounder, and you have to be really smart about guarding her. Last time we played against her, she got to the free throw line 19 times. 19, one player. That's an awful lot. So we have to do what we need to do defensively without putting them at the free throw line to the best of our ability.
Well, good luck to you. Safe travels, and look forward to seeing how it goes and catching up again next week.
Sounds great. Thank you, Jay.